first one I'm going to go over here is the temperature change. Okay, remember, slope is just a rate of change. Okay, so when you're calculating slope, it is the average rate of change. Okay, so here's an example where it says when you pitch your tent. Okay, so this one's not quite realistic because these times are pretty close together, but assuming they are, you pitch your tent at 10 a.m. and the temperature is 88 degrees. And now you can set that as your time zero is at 10 a.m. Okay, so what that means is I can correspond this to an ordered pair of 0, meaning that's sort of my 0 time is 10 a.m. Okay, and the temperature is 88. So I have the hours as my x and the degrees Fahrenheit as my y. Okay, so that means the time at the next morning 7 a.m. is going to represent, again, a y value or a temperature of 58, but it's going to represent an x value or a time value of. So if we go from 10 a.m. to the next morning at 7 a.m., okay, how are we going to measure that? Or what's the total number of hours that expire between those times? Okay, so you can either build forward or backwards, right? So if you build backward and say in 24 hours, it's going to be 10 a.m. Okay, again, and then go back 3 gives you 21. Or you can build it forward and say from 10 a.m. to noon is 2 hours, and then from noon to midnight is another 12. Okay, so that's now 14. And then from 12 to 7 is going to be 7. So 14 plus 7 gives you 21. So you can build it either way, but that gives you an ordered pair that you can now calculate the slope for and find the rate of change. So the rate of change is the difference of the y's, so 88 minus 58 over the difference of the corresponding x's, so 0 minus 21. Okay, and so if we calculate this, we get 88 minus 58 is 30 all over negative 21. So here is our slope. Okay, you can enter that. It asks you to round to at least 2 decimal places, but you can leave it in this form. That's fine as well. But if I took 30 divided by negative 21,